Hey guys, it's Allie, and in today's video, I am going to be sharing my 2022 American Girl doll wish list with all of you. I made this video last year because Lynn Life did it, a bunch of other AGTubers ended up doing it, and it did really well for my channel, so I figured we might as well make an updated one with the dolls from 2022. So if you watch my channel, you would know that I ended up getting 3 of the dolls that were on my wish list last year. My Krista doll, my Ruthie doll, as well as my Mary Grace doll, who I named Rosie. I did name my Ruthie and my Krista doll. However, I haven't really been calling them those names because I haven't really been posting on Instagram a ton. So I don't know if I'm gonna revert their names back to Krista and Ruthie or keep them as Quinn and Willa. I will figure it out. But I did name my Mary Grace Rosie, and I really do like that name for her. So even though I did not get every single doll on my wish list last year, a few of them are no longer on my wish list. Some of them are still on my wish list, and you will see them in this video. And then some of them are brand new dolls to this wish list. I don't think I have as many dolls on my wish list as I did for last year, probably because instead of just spending money on food and dolls, now I'm spending my money on food, dolls, and K-pop albums. So it's an addiction. It's very bad, but I've got to divide my money up. So I have no idea how many dolls I'm gonna get this year. I don't plan on getting a ton. It's more so, do I find any good offers on the secondhand market for dolls and it's worth me getting them? Because I actually did not get a brand new doll at all last year. So without further ado, let's get into the video. We are going to be starting off with the Girl of the Year dolls that are on my wish list. So the first one, I'm gonna still say that she's on my wish list because I did order this doll and I'm waiting for her to arrive. She could be here by the time the video goes up. She could be here when I'm editing, but as of filming this video at midnight on January 8th, she is not here because who delivers the mail at midnight? But that doll is Corinne Tan. She was not on my list last year because she had not come out, and even though you will be seeing an unboxing of her soon, hopefully, and you can watch my video from last week to see my full thoughts on her and her collection, I do want to touch on Corinne a little bit here and why I decided to buy her. So when I was making the New Year's tag video, I completely forgot about the Girl of the Year because I was just thinking, oh, there's not really any dolls out right now that I'm like desperately wanting to get my hands on. But like every single January, everyone's buying the Girl of the Year, everyone's posting photos and videos with the Girl of the Year, and unlike Kira, because Kira looks very similar to Julie, I own a Julie in my collection. I could live without her. Corinne is very unique for my collection because she's obviously a brand new face mold. I know it's kind of similar to the Nenea mold, and I love Nenea so much. I don't have any dolls with colored hair except for like the Addie, who I customized to have like a burgundy hair. And even though if you watch my channel, you know I do not love colored hair on dolls. It's not in your face colored because she has black hair to cover up the color, and it's better than a lot of the Truly Me dolls in my opinion. Like I feel like in certain hairstyles you can definitely hide the blue. I won't necessarily always be hiding it, but I think it's blue that I can live with rather than like bright pink hair all over, if that makes sense. I do love her sweater that she comes in, but it is a little bit thin from what I know. The eyelashes don't bother me, the painted on ones. Maybe if I see her in person, I will hate it, but for now they don't really bother me. But I am excited to welcome her into my collection. My friend AGJitters already got the doll and she's super cute. The doll place is getting Corinne as well, so all of my friends will have Corinne except me. But no, I'm getting Corinne. Now we just gotta get Boy Meets Dolls to get Corinne, and then the whole friend group has Corinne. That took way too long. The next doll on my wish list is another one from last year, and that is Blair. Another recurring theme you will see throughout this wish list is I want a redhead doll. I said this last year, I had a million redheads on my wish list. I have Mary Ellen, but I got her in 2017, and it's time for another redhead to join the doll family. And I did not end up getting any this year, so I still want another redhead. However, you will notice in this year's video, I have narrowed down the redhead options. Blair is no longer in stock in the Canadian stores, but I have heard that she's available in a few American stores. So maybe I'll get a secondhand Blair if I can find one for a good price, but she's on my wish list because I want her. But I don't really think I'm gonna actually end up getting her this year unless I can find a Blair that's not crazy expensive or anything like that. Sticking with retired Girl of the Years that I say I want to get, but I probably won't get, we have Grace Thomas. She's very cute, and I believe last year I talked about how I wanted to get a doll with something unique unique, such as freckles, and I was very adamant about that. I actually don't own any dolls that have freckles. 2021 will be the year where I get dolls that have parts that none of my other dolls have, I can tell. And that did not happen. We got a Mary Grace mold in my collection last year. We got gray eyes in my collection last year, but I still don't have a doll with green eyes or freckles. So that is exactly why I need Grace, for the freckles. We have green eye dolls later on in this list. I think she's really pretty. I love her collection, and I do own a few items in it that I would love to put Grace in, but similar to Blair, I will only get Grace if I can find one in decent condition on the secondhand market for not an outrageous price. Next up is Mia, another Girl of the Year redhead with freckles. She's super cute. I probably want Blair more than Mia, but if I find a cheap Mia, then I would get her. She's super cute. I really love the one AGJitters has, and she would definitely be a unique doll in my collection because of her wig and her freckles. Moving on to the World by Us line. This released last year in the fall. It's crazy to say last year because it wasn't technically a year ago, but I never really talked about my full thoughts on these dolls or anything like that, so here are my thoughts on the ones that I want. The first doll is Mckenna. At first, I did not love her so much, so she's definitely the lower ranked of the two World by Us dolls that I want. However, if you watched my Secret Santa opening video, you saw that I got a photo from my doll neighborhood of her Mckenna doll, and she looked so pretty. I think I really just love the way that her hair is done. I know I've said this before and I know it's controversial, but the face mold is not my favorite just because I'm still getting used to it, but I do love Mckenna's wig a ton. I think her hair is really pretty, and I would just love to have her for her hair, and to play around with that in photos and how it lays is super cool. I do not like her meat outfit one bit though, but the doll from the World by Us line, who I think I like a little bit better, and I do like her meat outfit, which is very rare for me with American Girl dolls recently, is Yvette. She's a super unique doll. Her hair is something that American Girl has not really done before, and I love her eye color, and I think she has freckles too, which I don't have. Same thing as Corinne, painted eyelashes don't really bother me too much, but maybe I would remove them if they start to bug me, but I do like her meat outfit as well. I just think she's really pretty, and I did see Yvette in person once. I didn't spend too much time looking at her because I went to the store to buy a very specific item and get out of there, but Yvette is super cute, and she has been pretty high on my wish list for a while, but I haven't had the feeling with her that I did with Corinne where I'm like, I must get this doll right now. So if I do get a second new doll, she's probably like up there as a contender for this year. Moving on to Truly Me dolls, we have the retired Jess molds that I cried about in last year's video, finding out that they were retired when I thought they weren't. And then of course 54, because she is a Jess mold. Oh no, she's retired! Why'd they retire 54? I want a Jess mold, but they're retiring all the Jess molds. And that is 54 and 40. These are two of my favorite ones, I believe, partly because I am into K-pop and I really want to get a doll with a Jess mold for recreations and things like that, rather than me having to use my 25 all the time for recreations. She's currently dressed up in Irene's Power Up outfit, if you know what that is at all. Even though I did get Corinne, that can help a little bit. I mean, sometimes idols dye their ends blue, but I also just want a Jess mold that's not a Kanani, because I have Kanani in my collection, but she's a medium skin Jess mold and I really want a light skinned one just to diversify my collection a little bit more. And number 40 and 54 are my favorites of the light skinned Jess molds. They are both retired though, which sucks. So once again, if I can find one for a good price and maybe fix it up a little bit, maybe I will get them. If not, I will cry that American Girl retired them. Another doll that is a very high contender that I might get her this year is 61. She's been on my wish list every year since she came out, but I've never gotten her. I love her long red hair and it looks like it would be super fun to style. Her green eyes are so captivating. 61 is a pretty popular doll, but the photos of her are always so pretty and I really want one in my collection. Finally, we only have one historical doll on my wish list, and that is Rebecca. She's like a medium, I guess, on my wish list because I do like her, and every so often I see a photo of her and I'm like, oh my god, she's so pretty, I really want her. But she does have a lot of features that my other dolls have, such as Josefina molds and hazel eyes and things like that, and even her hair color. I do like her wig length because it would be quite unique compared to my other dolls. I think what I need to do is go on Instagram and search up Rebecca and just like look at a bunch of photos of modern Rebeccas, and I think that will convince me even more to get a Rebecca doll because she's one that I've been considering for several years, but I think out of the historical dolls, the ones I don't own, Rebecca is definitely very high on that list. This was a very ranty video, at least in my eyes, so I hope you you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what dolls are on your wish list for 2022. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more American Girl doll videos. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!